So the blue's probably going to go. But yesterday at the time, I did think it was really good. I don't think so any longer. And eventually it'll go. I mean, basically, I'm going to want a living area right off the stairs, and then a bathroom and a bedroom. Think maybe something like this. A pretty not huge bedroom, okay? Like a 4-tile wide bedroom. I might even go ahead and put the closets here. Should I? No, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a cheat if I do that. I'm going to go ahead and put closets here. Because this space normally just be so shallow. They might put some storage in there, but by and large, it would be like real short. You know, it wouldn't raise up very high. Now, I will say I did live in a house once where I was in a space like that where the roof came in, and they did have a closet, and the closet was like from the ground and then maybe about as tall as a shirt or a pair of pants hanging up, right? So I always had to reach down to get my clothes, but it worked really well. I'm not going to do that here. That's just, you know, for information. And then we'll have a roof line here, and then above this. So let's go ahead and we'll map out here. We've got the stairs, and then we're going to have, basically, according to the plan, it looks like a single tile like this, right? A single tile sort of space. And we're going to have the door to the bathroom here and the door to a bedroom here. And the bedroom wall is going to go across here, as so. And then we would take out all of that, right? So that we're open up. Wait, there we go. So we're open up now to the first floor. If you can see there on the upper right-hand corner, on the space that's open to below, it's got like a white rectangle there. Typically on a house plan, that's going to represent a roof. Okay, so what it's saying is that this space, this wall, is lower, say, than this wall or this wall, because the roof slopes down and cuts lower than the roof maybe in the rest of the house. So again, that is something that is really not possible with the Sims. If we do a half wall there, it's going to let the light in from the outside, which is going to throw off the way the light works on the inside. So I'm not going to follow that part. And as such, I don't know if there are windows on this side or just on this side. The master bedroom basically connects the back wall of that bath to this point. So, one thing we could do is leave it 3 tiles or go ahead and just pull this wall like that. And I think we'll go ahead and just pull the wall like that. It'll give us enough room for the double doors leading into the master suite. And we can center a door here. And it feels just a lot less crowded. It feels more realistic, I think, that way. The kind of opening for this closet master bath cuts into this master bedroom space a little bit. We can't do that really. So what we're going to do is we're going to count 2 spaces for the tub, 2 spaces for the sink. And that is going to represent where our opening to the kind of master bath and closet area is. Tiles. Because if we draw it like this, kind of, yeah, and then we've got this sort of bump out here and a bump out here. That's our closet. That's a huge closet. Oh my gosh. So we've got our master closet there. And then we would have like a little sort of vanity here. And then unusual for American houses is the toilet is just out on the floor. I'm going to do it that way, but that's really unusual for an American house. And then we've got just this huge shower and tub area, right? Which do seem to have some sort of like wall. Probably a glass wall. Yes, in fact, I think I'll do it as a window. And then you have a seat back here. So that's getting us where we need to be. And I think all the windows again are kind of replicated. I'm going to mirror here with the same sort of roof style. And do the same thing down here. That's not too bad. That's where we stand with that. I'm going to just do this type of roof here. Since it is kind of just a square. Let's do a square here. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? First, I'm going to get rid of this roof. Let's go ahead and just get rid of that. I don't like it at all. So let's get rid of it. Let's use this sort of roof. We'll see here. This will probably be like the roofing stream. I'll probably spend so much time trying to get the roof right because I'm also a little bit worried now about this floor plan since it feels like it should be and that would mean I'd have to redo part of the first floor. And I don't want to redo part of the first floor. And especially since I'm not even sure I'm right here. The roof out over the porch here is just a flat roof. And it looks the same for the dining room. So it would be something like this. I'm going to go ahead and put like a flooring on it like that. I'm going to bring it all the way across. Again, my thought is if this was me, if this was my house, I would probably put some sort of balcony out here. Now, I'm not going to do a balcony because there's no doors leading to this on the plan. So I'm not going to do it for the challenge. But like if I use this in game, yeah, I'm sure I'll put a balcony on it. And then we're going to take that and put it around there to kind of replicate what we've got going up there. Okay. So let's go in here real quick and we'll start with this sort of garage apartment. It's what we'd call it in the area I live in, a garage apartment. And we'll build out, we're going to build out a kitchen here against this wall. Something kind of modern. Let's take a look here at what we've got. See, what I don't want to see is, this is the reason why I don't want to put a dishwasher here at the end. Okay, because I know that's kind of what I'm thinking. I could just put a dishwasher here, right? But then you can see the side of the dishwasher. But I guess I could go ahead and do it. And whoops. Then the sink would be next to it, because I do feel like the sink should be next to the dishwasher. And what, let's see here. What is your favorite, I would say, like, what's your favorite pack as well? Because people, it's always different with people, and it's really surprising to me. You know, some people would absolutely do not like city living and probably pretty much hate it. But I love it. Still my favorite, still to this day. I do think part of it's because there's so much in it. I feel like later packs, as we've gone on, have not been as fleshed out. I mean, I would say that. I would say they haven't. And maybe one of the most beautiful. I mean, it's a really, really gorgeous world. The only thing that holds me back to, you know, choosing island living with those sort of questions is that so much of it you have to use in Solani. Now, I still bought it, and I still recommend people do buy it. I do think it's a really great world. I think they did a fantastic job with it. But I think that's kind of disappointing, you know, and also I play with toddlers a lot and do a lot of family stuff. And there was some ball dropping, you know, there, but not so much. I would say not to buy it, because I do think it's a really good pack. Scenarios, 3 toddlers, that scenario. I did that. I did a video on that, and I've done 7 toddlers before. Back in the day when that was brand new, you know, that idea. I did 7 toddlers, and oh my gosh, I nearly killed them. I nearly killed them and myself. I mean, my sim. And I actually had, because I used a mod, I actually had 7 toddlers and then a kid and an adult. So the kid could help a little bit, but it was really, really tough. I mean, that's kind of where I learned this trick. I finally just started throwing food on the floor for the toddlers to go feed themselves so they wouldn't starve to death, you know, and get taken by DHS or whatever they call it in game. Because I'm like, you guys are all going to die. You're all going to die. I don't know how I'm going to take care of you. I give up. It was nice knowing you, kids. But in the end, they didn't die. It was okay. We got through it, but boy, I sure thought we were going to. I thought, I'm never going to make it with these poor kids. Just kind of, I don't know. It just came to me really quick. The idea that in order to get $1 million, all I really needed to do was marry a millionaire. And so that's what I did. I just went in and married a millionaire, and voila. Now, I posted on Twitter as a joke that you could just marry, and I did try this too, and it does work. You could just marry and then kill whoever you marry over and over and over, and then sell their assets and get their money. And you could also become a millionaire very quickly. Try that. Yeah, the 100 baby challenge. The thing with the 100 baby challenge is I think it just must get really tedious, you know, because you just I guess you could put the sim on unlimited lifespan and then just crank out one baby after another, after another, after another. You just never be done taking care of those babies, I guess. Except then I did think with that. I thought with that, well, you could have a baby and you could pretty much just age it up immediately, like as soon as it's born. I don't know what the rules are. That must be against the rules. It must be against the rules, but you could, right? I mean, you could just age it up as soon as it's born, and then you could go ahead and age up the toddler as soon as it's born, as soon as the baby's born, or as soon as the baby ages up again. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. Someday, maybe. I am going to put in a wood floor here. this. I'm going to hope and pray a sim can get through there because they might not be able to. If they can't, I'll have to adjust that to a different desk and chair. Now, for the bathroom, let's see here. We've got our half wall to give us some extra light in there. I'm going to go ahead and do just a shower here, kind of a walled shower like that. And much like I'm going to do in the master bedroom, I'm going to put in one of these windows just so it looks like a glass shower enclosure, kind of like that, you know? Packs. My least favorite pack is Luxury Party. Was that what it was called? Luxury Party pack. It was the very first pack put out, stuff pack put out by Maxis. We had a game pack and an expansion pack before that point. And I think it was called Luxury Party. I think that's its name. And the thing is, at the time, I liked it okay because we had so few things in game that it was at least, you know, something, right? And we didn't have restaurants at the time. So you could kind of use this stuff to make a restaurant, right? So you could at least pretend that there was a restaurant. So I used to like it okay, but honestly, I would say I use almost nothing from that pack all the time. Okay, nothing. At most, if I was going to try to have a wedding, I might have the buffet sort of table thing that came with it. I might put that out, but honest to God, it is the least used thing that I've ever had for The Sims, I think. So that's my least favorite. That's my least favorite. If we're including kits, my least favorite is the fitness kit, like the fitness clothes that they came out with like right at the start. I didn't like those at all. I feel like it was kind of, I mean, it was okay, but just kind of meh, kind of not great. Stuff that typically, hell, it almost feels like an expansion pack nowadays compared to what we get in expansion packs nowadays. I mean, vampires is that full. Now, if you don't like vampires, of course, there's no getting around the fact you're not going to like the pack, because that's what it is. And yeah, and if people don't like vampires, or don't like the way the vampires work, the pack is kind of loss for them. Because that's what it is, you know, you're kind of stuck with it. But I did think, and I still do think that is probably the best execution of the game pack as a miniature expansion pack. Now then, let's see here. We're going to do some under counter task lighting under here, like we did for the closet as well. I would even go so far as to say, now, you know, this is in context of the time. At the time, I was feeling a little down on The Sims, you know. It's a little worried about stuff with them. And vampires actually gave me some hope that maybe, you know, the packs are going to kind of turn around and kind of be good. We just got in City Living. Now we were getting vampires. Oh, we got Vintage Glamour as well in between those two. And I was kind of thinking, you know, maybe they're going to pull this out. Maybe it's going to be pretty good.